Hello everyone, I'm Putu Dewantara from Universitas Pendidikan Ganesha. On this occasion, I will share the result of the research on the principle of blended learning design with Heutagogy approach towards E-Ganesha model in Indonesian language learning. I did research with Iketut Divya, a lecturer at Universitas Pendidikan Ganesha. I will start from the background. There are two main events or situations underlying the research, namely the very fast development of information and communication technology and the demand of the 21st century learning output. The rapid development of information and communication technology have changed the learning strategy that have been applied toward future learning by making the development of information and communication technology as a source and mean of the learning. Learning can be done anywhere and anytime. The development of information and communication technology has given way to various learning methods, such as e-learning and blended learning model. The e-learning method is a way of the teaching and learning process that use electronic media and use the internet as an intermediary in the teaching and learning process. Meanwhile, blended learning is a method of teaching and learning that combine conventional education system with all digital system. The main that blended their direct interaction in the form of discussion between educator and student. Although a lot of material obtained using e-learning, the learning process is carried out anywhere and anytime, but it's still less effective and efficiency. The implementation of e-learning has various problems, such as there is no interaction in the learning process. Therefore, blended learning is used as a solution to overcome the efficiency in the application of e-learning. 21st century learning challenges are how learning is packaged to prepare students to be able to answer future challenges. On the other hand, in the face of 21st century education, the pedagogy approach, even andragogy, is seen as an approach that is no longer able to prepare students to be ready to develop in the workplace. Different learning approach is need that afford opportunity for the student to be more independent, to be able to reflect on why they learning and increase the capacity of the student to learn to live in the 21st century. This need the develop and advanced learning approach from the andragogy approach, namely the heutagogy approach. Heutagogy offers active collaboration between student and lecturer to design what they learn, include what content is appropriately to learn, how they study it, and how information will be used to prove that a competency has been mastered well. The most important thing from heutagogy is self-reflection. Seeing the two big demands of the 21st century, namely the use of technology and the output of graduates who have lifelong learning ability, efforts are needed to improve the quality of learning. Therefore, this study will examine how the principle of blended learning design with a heutagogy approach toward E-Ganesha model are applied in learning. Moodle E-Ganesha is an e-learning platform developed by Universitas Pendidikan Ganesha to support the learning process more effectively. This study takes the setting on Indonesian language subject, which is an compulsory subject in higher education for both vocational and non-vocational students. Let's continue with research method. I start from the research design. This study used a quantitative research design with the design-based research. The use of the design-based research method is carried out by repeat trial. Design-based research is defined into 4 stages, namely identification and problem analysis, development of prototype program, testing implementation, and reflection. How about data source? The research subject were student, lecturer, and learning expert. The number of subjects in this study were 62 people who came from the 2 classes of vocational student and non-vocational student. What about data collection method? Data collection method used were interview and observation method. The data analysis method, this study followed the 4 stages proposed by Miles and Huberman: data collection, data reduction, data display, and conclusion. Let's look at the result of this study. To discover the principle of blended learning design with a Heutagogy approach towards a Ganesha model, this study follows the 4 stages of design-based research. Starting from the prototype test, it can be concluded that the blended learning design principle with a Heutagogy approach to a Ganesha model are as follows. 1. The curriculum is open or flexible so that it can be adapted to the wide characteristics of students. 2. Learner as driver in determining learning path, activity, and content. 3. Preparation of the student before the curriculum discussion need to be done by sending material toward a Ganesha model before discussion related to learning activity. 4. Educator act as facilitator to help students increase the self-efficacy to manage the learning process. 5. Learners are involved in the design of the assessment that is involved and have flexibility in adjusting to the existing situation. 6. Synchronous and asynchronous modes occur individual or collaboratively. Okay, 7. So in the features, synchronous and asynchronous mode by looking at the involvement of technology and the independency of student in learning can be defined into 6 learning design, namely face-to-face, face-to-face tutorial, virtual face-to-face, full instruction and content, semi-instruction and content, and independent learning. 8. Reflect on learning to increase self-efficacy. What can we conclude from this research? First, blended learning with a Heutagogy approach provide opportunities for the student to be more responsible for their learning and tend to create the learning atmosphere for the grow-up intrinsic motivation. Second, Moodle is a platform that can accommodate different in-learning style by preparing material that match the characteristics of students. This method is proven to attack enthusiasm and motivation of students in learning. 3. Furthermore, it is necessary to conduct a study related to the blended learning model with Heutagogy approach by utilizing an appropriate learning technology platform in the relation to the responsibility and instruction motivation in learning for vocation student or non-vocation student. Okay, thank you and see you next time.